Yo, what's up YouTube? We're gonna be doing another video today. I'm gonna be making some more screens using this because, you know, the bigger screens, I found that they haven't been working properly because after you burn it and you use it, then you wash it, you can't reburn that screen. So once that design is on, you have to completely wipe it off. So you use so much space off the screen that like the big ones, I think they're like a foot by something by like 18 inches. If you use that, it's kind of all gone. You have to use all your design in one go. But the problem is I like to use a lot of small designs, so might as well just use a smaller print to print things on like within that area than using the whole thing, right? So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna quickly make some screens and stuff. We're gonna try to make something. I don't know what I'm gonna try to make today. Maybe some jeans, I don't know, but we're gonna try to cook up something. And yeah, this video is gonna be kind of just going with the flow of things, just getting back into things. So we're gonna see how it all goes. All right, see you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo these ones because these are kind of thick. You see, they don't look so good. They already had some in, but these ones aren't so good. So I'm gonna redo this one and this one. We're gonna turn them into one of these. We're gonna use some of these. I'm gonna cut it out, make sure it fits on there. We're gonna use these to burn the screens. So yeah, coming out with new designs. I'll show you guys how it looks properly. Let me show you. Yeah, so here we are starting with the designs. This is some designs I'm looking to screen print. Easy to do, you know, most of it is just some things I found off Pinterest, but yeah, so I cut out those designs as you see as the bottom, and basically what I'm doing here is I'm cutting around the screen and I'm basically tightening it around the circle so that when I screen print it and I coat it, and then I make it dry quickly using a heat gun so that I can burn the screen immediately. Now you typically can't do this with a bigger screen because it doesn't work, and this is me, you know, actually using the screen. I know it's in 2x speed, but look, boom, this is me fresh just as soon as I just washed it out. And now this is me using, I'm just drying it. I'm just showing you kind of how I do it. It's a Teflon sheet just so that the ink stays properly and sticks to the shirt. Now this is me lifting it, of course, you know, the big reveal, boom. It's nothing crazy, it's literally the same thing, but if you wash it, it's not going to come out. I had a big problem with that in the past. That's why I got a heat press, because when I washed it, always came out. But now that I actually have a heat press, it's never going to come out, or at least for a good couple washes. You know, this is better than DTG, by the way. This is one of the most effective ways. It'll probably last like 100 washes. Alright, so I had an amazing idea. So I have this whole bin filled with scraps and stuff. So I took some of the scraps, because you know what, I need to empty out this bin. So I took these scraps and I cut it up in half. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of smells foul because it's from the donation center, obviously. And we're gonna use that for the inner piece of these jeans. And then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna dye it. So that's the plan for today. We're gonna do that. Meanwhile we're doing that, I'm also gonna try to sew another tie, because you know what, I'm not done with this tie stuff. So let's do that. Kill two birds with one stone. Let's see how fast we can come up and how much I'm gonna see how much content I can make. Honestly, just follow the TikTok, you know, you'll see all the content there, but stay tuned. So here we have it. These are the jeans I'm gonna use. This is the tie that I'm using later, that comes in later. Those are the slippers. But here is the scraps I'm gonna put on the inside, and we're gonna see how good this comes out. Alright, so what I did is I tried a new type of method here. So instead of cutting on the seam, I tried to cut on the side, so it's a little easier to sew, because when you're sewing on the seam, it's so bulky, like look at that. So we're gonna try something new here. I'm gonna measure this out and I will come back when I have everything tied up. Alright, so I just had an amazing idea. I was thinking of using some scraps, more scraps, screen printing them and putting them on the jeans. Because you know what, I gotta get rid of all these scraps because I can't hoard them all. So we're gonna add that to the collection. We're gonna see how it comes out. We're gonna use these screen prints I made in last video, and yeah, we're gonna see how that comes out. So just the usual process, just screen printing, and that's it really. Screen printing scraps. I'm gonna maybe do some blowout knees so that under the knees I'm gonna sew it around, and then it's gonna be kind of like a pattern I've made before. So, but this one's gonna be even cooler because it's gonna have screen print. And because usually I have trouble screen printing on jeans, but because I'm using these small ones, it won't be able to have any problem because it's gonna be screen printed directly on the fabric. Whereas when I have that big piece of screen, it prints it really uneven. So this is gonna really help screen print properly. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Yeah, so I didn't actually record the screen printing process, didn't think that was important, but here, these are my 3 panels. This will be one knee, this will be the other knee, and this will be the other one. And this is how they look up close. You can tell really like that star design. I feel like it's really unique. So yeah, we're gonna see how that looks like on body, and we'll quickly put it on. So yeah, so just sewing around the edge right here, it's going around. I pinned it, slowly moving the pins, trying not to stab my finger, but yeah, just doing that real quickly, and that's it basically. Finished pinning one side, just this side. The other side is unpinned. So we will see how this comes out, but we're gonna finish this one side, focus on it, and then do the other side. Alright, so just finished part number 1. Oh my gosh. So just finished part 1 here. Let me show you how it came out. Here's the flares. Boom, boom. Look at that. I'm actually kind of proud of how that looks like. Looks pretty cool. Let's do a close up. Yeah, to be honest, this is just a random tie segment, I'm not gonna lie. I was supposed to show you guys the full process, but I forgot to. But kinda just, yeah, just try something new. Just check one of my last videos for that. But yeah, that's kinda, it just has to be a little better at the bottom. The tightness on the machine was too much, but yeah, that's it. So yeah, so it's just a random tie I made, but this is me, you know, boiling up the water to prepare for the dye. We're using a royal blue right here, boom. And now we're gonna use it right here. We're just gonna dump it in. I didn't get it on camera, unfortunately, but we're gonna mix it up, make sure all of it's in, use a little salt and whatever, and let's see how it comes out. Yeah, man, here we go with the final result. I mean, you can see I added more stamps on the top just to really enhance the other stamps, because, you know, it kind of washed out because of the heat, but, you know, kind of came out like this. I'm pretty proud with it, and yeah, that's how it looks.